Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you've had a very exciting day. We have Sadat's HR Digest episode 154, and it's been a lovely Sunday. Today, we have the topic leading with vision and courage. Leading with vision and courage. And we have Mr. Samuel Aim, lawyer Samuel Aim, who is the chief leadership coach of CTL African Leadership. We have him here today to be with us, to educate us on leading with vision and courage. It's a new year, it's a fresh year. We are in January 2026. How have your January begun? How have things felt for you? What is the vision that you are seeking for yourself in terms of your HR career, in terms of your personal life, and in terms of your finances? We have Mr. Samuel Ayin, a leading expert who will encourage us and who will teach us and who will moderate, who will tell us what we need to know when it comes to leading with vision and courage. So sit back. I hope you come in with your questions. That's if you have any. Even if you still don't have any, you can reiterate what Mr. Samuel would have said or the questions that would have come up. I hope you have fun. I hope you be excited. And most importantly, I hope you learn something new. So, Mr. Samuel Ayin will be with us in just a jiffy, maybe in a minute, less than a minute, and he will kickstart the presentation. Today's format is a bit different. We are going to have a presentation by Mr. Samuel Ayin, followed by Q&A. So please pay attention. Whatever time you come in between, don't worry about it. We have from 4 to 5 p.m. to be with you. So please sit back, relax, and I hope you learn something new. With Mr. Samuel, definitely you're going to learn something new. So, as I said, today's topic is leading with vision and courage. And we are the Sadat HR Digest, and the episode is 154. Today's topic is leading with vision and courage. Good afternoon, Mr. Samuel.
Good afternoon, Winnie. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, sir.
Okay, I hope you can hear me better now.
Yes, please, I can hear you loud and clear. So over to
All
you.
right.
You can begin. Thank you very much, sir.
Um, well, I need coffee to. Okay, I hope I am. Okay. All right. So I'm sharing my slides. I hope you can see.
Yes, please, I can see it.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I think there's a little challenge with my internet, or generally, I don't know which one. So there seems to be a delay when I speak and when you speak. So I hope with time we will all adjust to it. So confirm again if you can hear me clearly.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Good evening, everyone, and Happy New Year. We are still in January, and by the way, this is my first time on this platform. So I wish all of you a happy new year. Great. We are going to discuss the subject of leading with vision and courage. That's what Sedat has asked me to speak about. So I'm going to lead the discussion as Winnie said. And if you have some questions, you can share them on the chat. And if you have some specific experiences, you can also share with us. So this is what we're going to do quickly this evening. throughout, I'm going to share a few examples of cases or brief cases of what has happened with the power of vision. And then we'll look at the importance of vision. Why is vision important in leadership? We'll share a few ideas on how to increase your envisioning power so that you can be more visionary, both in your personal life and your professional life, and also how to own your vision. Those are the 4 key objectives, is to be able to give examples of how some people have been able to lead with vision and courage and achieve things for themselves and for their organizations and for the world. Then as leaders, we want to understand the place of vision, and hopefully by the time we leave here, we will also learn a few ideas on how to increase our visioning power. And then we'll end with the need for us to own our vision or our dreams, because if you don't own your dreams, then you cannot work with it. On my slide now, if you can see it, I have a picture. And the picture, I'm sure some of us who are privileged would have traveled to Dubai. And if you haven't had the opportunity yet, maybe very soon, maybe in 2026, for some of you, it is part of your vision or your New Year resolution, as many of us do, to travel to Dubai. Why? Because we hear a lot about Dubai, we see a lot about Dubai, and on the news, and everybody is talking Dubai. What has made Dubai what it is? If you look at the picture that you are seeing, the top picture is Dubai as at 2025, 2005. Okay, so this is something like just 20 years ago. The place was basically a desert, nothing to write home about, a few houses. If you took the area view, a few fishermen and people traditional people who were doing their fishing and farming around them. And as we speak now, the picture below represents what you can see about Dubai. And there are many pictures like this you can pick on the internet. Just Google Dubai before and Dubai now, and you'll find several pictures which shows the drastic change that has happened in Dubai in just a few years. How did this happen this way? There's another picture. This is just even a bit earlier, Dubai in 2091 and Dubai as at 2012. And that was also another drastic image from what the place was in the 90s, and just another 20 years down, the drastic change. What has made this drastic change possible? Before I say what it is, or listen to the founder of Dubai who made this transformation, look again also at another picture. Many often we compare ourselves as Ghanaian to Malaysia and Singapore. Now, Singapore, I had privilege of visiting. It's like just a very small little island. And if you see Singapore before now, the images you are seeing up is what you see, and the images you are seeing down with lots of modern structures built around the island. And Dubai and Singapore today has become a center of power economically. Now, listening to Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum is the Emir of Dubai. And he has a book, the title is Vision. And in there, I took this quote from his book where he's describing how he was able to lead Dubai into this drastic transformation that we see. And he says, mark these words, the word impossible is not in the leaders' dictionaries. No matter how big the challenge, strong faith, you want to understand that determination and resolve will overcome it. He's saying that for a leader, there are certain words that the leader doesn't entertain. And one of them is the word impossible. A leader doesn't say, I can't do it. It's not possible. I mean, just yesterday, Saturday, yesterday, I was in a gathering, get together of a group of former Eco bankers. And we form an association of retirees. I don't like the name because I don't believe in retirement. I believe that you should be able to live and continue to contribute until you collapse and die. So I don't believe in the word, in the concept of retirement. But these are people like us who have crossed our 60s and therefore officially are considered not useful. And many people accept the idea that after 60, oh, there's nothing more I can do. I retire and resign to our faith and then we rot. I don't believe in that concept. I believe that up to my 80s and my 90s, I will still be somewhere in Africa contributing and talking and making impact. So, but yes, we gathered and we're thinking about the past and people were giving situations. And one particular person said something that I thought I would share because he says that when they started, they had a particular head of HR. And the HR was very timid. When people went to him and said, oh, we needed to do this, we need to do some packages for the people and so on, he was afraid to go to the then MD, who was a white man who didn't believe in some of those things. He was afraid to go and defend and present his case until another HR person came. And incidentally, that HR person was in the room. And she said, and I went to him and he resisted me, but I didn't mind. I'll go, he would say no. I'll go, he would say no, until finally he said yes. And then, we started putting in place, packages for employees. We started buying a car for employees who were going. One of them said they were going on calls, customer calls, in a taxi. And sometimes the customers will say, oh, can we drop you? And since they didn't want the customers to know they didn't have a car, they will say, no, a driver is going to pick us. And there was no driver going to pick them. They will wait till the person they did a call on goes back to his office. They will look around that nobody is coming. Then they will stop a taxi and hop into it. And this HR head says, no. I went to the boss and I said, this is not normal. Let's push it. Let's get people cars. And they got cars. Now, that is the way leaders think. They look far ahead. And the long story was that with that kind of push from the head of HR, packages were put together. And today, those of you who have experienced EcoBank or those who work for EcoBank will know that it is probably one of the flagships, not only in Ghana, but across Africa, a bank built by Africans, managed by Africans, and led by Africans. And that bank is a case study of how vision works. And Al Maktoum is saying that if you're a leader, it takes strong faith, it takes determination, it takes resolve to overcome challenges. And he said, Dubai will never settle for anything less than the first place. Now, that's a leader with vision who believes that he can create the world by his vision. And that is how Dubai has become what it is. And you can read a bit more. I have a quote here from Martin Luther King Jr.'s famous speech, I Have a Dream. And he said, I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold this truth to be self-evident that all men are created equal. Now, this is a man who was speaking with courage and who was seeing far ahead and believing that one day, all men, black and white at that time, would be regarded equal. This was a time that blacks were not regarded as human beings, they were slaves, and this Martin Luther and other civil rights leaders were fighting just to get recognition for themselves as human beings. And he says, I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold this truth to be self-evident that all men are created equal. Well, I mean, those who live in America may not see the full realization of this, but at least we know that at one point in the history of America, a black man has become the president of America. This was in Martin Luther's days absolutely impossible. And as Al-Maktoum would say, impossible is not in the Leader's Dictionary. And that was how Martin Luther King thought. And that is how Obama also thought. And this is what Obama says. He says, keep exploring, keep dreaming, keep asking why. Don't settle for what you already know. Never stop believing in the power of your ideas, your imaginations, your hard work to change the world. And then this belief is what drove him and others, and he one day became president of America. Another thing Obama said, which I like, is we choose hope over fear. We see the future not as something out of our control, but as something we can shape for the better through concerted and collective effort. My dear friends, if we're talking about vision, we are talking of your ability to see the future as something you can shape, to see the future as something you can do. You see, God created man with certain special qualities. And one of them, there are actually 4 of them, but just one of the qualities that God gave to man, which no other creature was given, is the power of imagination. And the power of imagination is your ability to envision the future, to travel in your spirit to the future, and to feel and see what the future can be. But with that comes the need for courage to be able to take the steps to move forward. So this is what we are talking about here. And I want to take us from this session to the place of vision in leadership. We've seen Dubai, we've seen Singapore, we've heard from Martin Luther King, we've heard also from Obama on the power of vision and the ability to envision the future and to take hold of it. Now, vision is the indispensable quality of leadership. Without vision, you will not become a leader. Now, this is Andy Stanley, who says, vision gives significance to the otherwise meaningless details of our lives. Vision brings your world into focus. Vision brings order to chaos. A clear vision enables you to see anything differently. And this is it. This is the power of vision. This is where vision sits. And nobody can lead if you cannot see the future, because the whole world is full of chaos. As leaders, we wake up every day and there is chaos, there's trouble. I mean, can you imagine President Mahama waking up every day to Ghanaians, people who are complaining about everything, and you're leading them? Without a clear vision, you'll be distracted. The opposition is shouting, the labor unions are shouting, the farmers are crying for more, and everybody is asking questions. The transport system is broken down, the electricity prices are going out, fuel is all over the place, the city is dancing as it can, and you are leading this country without a clear vision, without focus. You will not be able to make a sense out of that chaos. And that is where leadership sits. That is where leadership sits that's where vision sits as far as leadership is concerned. Without it, you will not be able to create order. So I want to encourage all of us. This is a quality we all know. Let me share this story of a young man in 1998 who was just 6 years old. He's called Ryan Rejak. Ryan was sitting in a class, and a teacher was talking to them about hygiene and water, and he was talking about how in some parts of Africa, people had no clean water. It's as if he was talking about me in my village. People wake up, walk long distances barefooted to a riverside and go and fetch water, and you carry it on your head, and you come back, and the water is dirty. You have to put it down to settle. That is how some of us grew up. And Ryan heard this story, and he couldn't understand, because he could just walk 10 steps and he could get a cavinator and get clean water to drink. Ryan decided that no, it's not possible that people cannot get clean water. I want to do something about it. He was told it will cost $70 to sink a well in a village in Uganda so they can get clean water. He set himself up to be able to change things and to be able to do something like bringing good water to some place that he knew nothing about. He just heard about it in a classroom at age 6, class 1. What did he do? He went home, told his parents, I want to do something about this. They say there's some people somewhere in some country called Uganda, in somewhere in Africa, and there is no water, and it's not fair. I want to help. The parents say, what do you want to do? He says, well, I want to raise $70. And so I want to work in this house. All the chores in this house, I'll work. You pay me to raise the $70. Now, before he raised the $70, he found out that actually it's going to cost $2,000. He didn't give up. He went around, spoke to his friends, talked to different people, tried to raise money, and begged, asked his friends to also work in their homes so that they can gather a few dollars to be able to help. And today, Ryan Wells Foundation, you can Google Ryan Wells Foundation in their website. They have touched over 1 million lives by providing water and latrine projects across many countries, including Burkina Faso, Ethiopia, Guatemala, Ghana, Guyana, Haiti, India, Kenya, Lesotho, Mexico, Nigeria, Tanzania, Togo, Uganda, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. All over, Ryan's Well Foundation is providing clean water. How did this happen? It happened because a young boy of 6 years old had a vision to change something small in the world and had the courage enough to be able to do something about it. This is what we are talking about. So if you're a leader and you want to make a difference, you need to be able to think through. The question I have for you is, do you see the world the same way as you saw it 20 years ago, 10 years ago? What changed for you over the last 20 years? What stayed the same? Look at your life and look at the world around you. Some of you who may have been in some jobs for a very long time, 10 years, you are in the same position, or maybe you've had some promotions. But what has changed in the last 10 years? If you look at it and nothing has changed, it's possible that you are not envisioning enough, or maybe you are not also taking courage enough. So the question is, how has your vision given you a roadmap to your leadership development, to your impact, to your contribution? If you're head of HR, what difference have you made since you took up that position in your organization, and where does vision sits? All right. So let's look at a few quick tips on the importance of leadership. I hope I'm still on time. Now, John Maxwell says, if the leader doesn't see the vision, the people will never see it. And that's absolutely true. If you're a leader, if you occupy a leadership position and you don't see where the organization can go, the people cannot. Because what you can see determines what you can be. What you can see is what determines what you can be. And if you cannot see anything, then you can't be nothing. You see, there are four categories of people. There are people who never see anything, and they are the wanderers. They're just moving around, they can't see any vision, and they're there. And there's another group of people who see it, but who never pursue what they see. So they have a dream, they have a vision, they know what they can be, but they never pursue it. They are followers. They are waiting for you as the leader to chart the course so they will follow you. But there is another group of people. These are people who see it and pursue it, and they achieve, and they are called achievers. And many of us around this room are probably achievers. But we want to go beyond just being achievers. Then we want to go into the next category of people. These are the people who see it, they pursue it, and help others see and pursue it too. And these are leaders. So leaders can see, they pursue, and they help others to see and pursue. Which category do you find yourself in, my dear friend? Where do you stay? Are you a wanderer? Are you a follower? Are you an achiever or a leader? I want to encourage you to be a leader from now. Now, number two, so that's the thing. What you see determines what you can be. So if you don't see anything, you become a wanderer, okay? Or you become a follower, or you become an achiever, depending upon what you see. Number two, the reason why vision is important is that you see only what you are prepared to see. Now, underline the word prepared, because what you can see depends on how you've developed yourself, your mind, your spirit, and your attitude, the experiences you have had, the lessons you've learned. How have you expanded your horizon? That enables you to see what you can see. If you're not prepared well enough, you cannot see it. And when I came from the village to the city, I didn't even know what a television was. I couldn't imagine it. I walked into my uncle's room and I saw them watching something. And I also sat down and watched it. I didn't know, I didn't have a vision of television. There was, I think, one radio or something in the whole village. You know, from time to time, we'll go and sit by it and hear something. And that was it. I had no vision of what a television is. Because I have not had the experience, I have not been prepared. Now, if you haven't been prepared, if you've not been exposed, it limits your vision. And that is where growth becomes important. That is why expanding your horizon and reading and connecting with people becomes so important. So that's number two. You see only what you are prepared to see. So prepare yourself to see more. Number three, while vision is important in leadership, is that what you see is what you get. We said what you see determines what you become. You see only what you are prepared to see. And number three, what you see is what you get. If you don't see it, you can't get it. But you don't just get it, you have to work at it. Leaders understand that they have to believe it to see it. And sometimes it doesn't exist. I mean, the Dubai as it is didn't exist. But Al-Maktoum believed it. As he said, you need strong faith. He believed something can be done. And that is what brought Dubai as it is. So every leader believes that you have to believe it. You have to have confidence that this thing can happen. But if you have only impossibility in your dictionary, you will not see it. Most people go through life saying, I have to see it before I can believe it. We are like the Thomases. Show me your hand. Show me. And then he's shown the hand. Yes, let me put my finger into it. Most people are like that. I don't see how Ghana is going to change. I don't see how this organization is going to work. I don't see how things are going. And we want to see it. But leaders don't think this way. What do you believe the future holds for you? What do you believe? What is your strong faith in what the future holds for you? That is where vision starts from. Now, let me share again this story of Derek Kayongo. Derek is a native of Uganda. He traveled to the United States and he stayed in a hotel and found that every day he went out and came back, the soap that he had barely used had been taken away and changed, and a new bar of soap had been brought. He became curious and asked the cleaners, why do you always change the soap? They told him it was a policy of the hotel that once the soap had been used once, they had to throw it away and bring a new one. I mean, he's like my brother. He was like, what? Are these people crazy or what? Whereas in my village, to get a small cake of soap, small, hundreds of us in the whole house are using that soap until it's finished, and we squeeze it into the sponge to be able to get something to bath. You people throw the soap away. Can I speak to your manager? Long story short, he asked and he was given the chance to collect all the soap. He realized that there were several hotels in the Atlanta area who were doing the same thing. And that became his pastime. Why? Because he could see his people in his village who didn't have soap using this soap that is being thrown away. So soon he set up the Atlanta-based Global Soap Project, which today collects lightly used soap, recycles it, and creates new soap and sends it to impoverished nations across the world to change lives. This is where vision sits. This is why vision is important, and this is where courage is needed. So, how do you increase your envisioning power? How do you become more visionary? Napoleon Hill says that cherish your visions and dreams as they are the children of your soul, the blueprint of your ultimate achievement. Vision, dreams are the children of your soul. And so vision comes from your spirit. And visioning is about seeing more than others and seeing before others. It is about unlocking the power of dual creation. Let me share to you about the power of what dual creation is. The principle of dual creation is that everything you see is created twice. The platform, this StreamYard platform that we are using to do this presentation, was first created in the mind of people. The internet was created in the mind of people. The computer that you're using, the phone that you're using to follow this course, was first created in somebody's mind. And he believed that it can be done. And he took the step to produce the computer or the laptop or the platform. So the first creation is in the mind, and it comes into reality. The reason we are not able to transform our lives positively is because we have not done the first creation, which is in the spirit, is the soul, is the children of your soul. If you don't birth the ideas in your spirit, you cannot birth them in reality. So how do you do that? I'm giving you 5 quick steps to be able to increase your envisioning power and capacity. Number 1, know that there is more and before out there. Believe that there is more you can do. Your current position is not all. What you're doing currently is not all you can do. You can do more. So that knowledge that there is more out there. There is more. When I say more and before is vision, is things out there. So increasing your more and before, that is your vision, starts with knowing that there is a lot more you can become. There is a lot more you can do. There's a lot more you can bring to your company, your family, your church, your country. There's much more you can do that God has invested in you. It's in your spirit. Know that. Number two, develop a process for finding out the more and before. Set up a process where you can check out, look around, check before, and I'll share that shortly, how to do that. You need to have this process, and the process you may have may be different, to check within your spirit, what can you do more? And number three, spend time with people who inspire you to see more and before. There are so many people around you, when you share your ideas, they will kill it. Don't waste your time with them. Many people who kill ideas are people who have not achieved much. They haven't done anything, so they tell you can't do it. But I know that if you spend time with people who can inspire you, who can create you, sit on a platform like this, where people are sharing new ideas, that is where you can do more. Okay, so spend time with people who can inspire you and do more. Okay, and I repeated that step. And the next step, the first step, is intentionally grow every day to increase your capacity. Spend time with people. So 4 points. Know that there is more out there. Develop a process that will help you to know the more that is out there. Number 3, spend time with people who can inspire you. And number 4, intentionally grow every day. You see, growth does not just happen. Growth must be intentional. Every day, set out a fixed time where you are thinking. John Maxwell has what he called a thinking chair. Put a chair at one place or look for a location where you can sit every day and reflect and think about your life, about the world, and what you can do differently. It has to be intentional. And it is then that you sow the seeds of imagination that will help you. Now, once you can see more, you need to take action. But it doesn't mean that because you see and you start taking action, everything will be okay. And that is why courage is required to be able to achieve the vision. And how does it work? This is how it works. Once you have seen what you want to do, the first thing is to test. Test the idea. Get out of your comfort zone by sharing the vision. Where can you be? What can you do? Who can you share with? Discuss it. Test the idea. Start. Now, when you start, it doesn't mean that all will go smoothly. I left my job almost 9 years ago with a dream to change the world and to do leadership and to change the continent. I had 1 million people to touch within 10 years. Now, it's almost 10 years. I haven't touched 1 million people. I have a lot of things that I tried to do fail, but I'm still pushing it. Now, when you start, you will fail. Failure allows you to find out what doesn't work. Okay? You won't eliminate what doesn't work until you know it doesn't work. So try it. Why don't we do that more? Do it more, because sometimes we are afraid of failure and we don't want to make mistakes. But test, fail, learn from that failure. A teachable spirit plus humility fosters the learning experience. And that is essential for expanding your vision. So by failing and failing more, you are learning a bit more. Okay? Edison is said to have tried 1,000 times, some say 100 times, or whatever time, 999 times to create the light bulb. And each time he failed until the 1,000th time. And when he was told, but you're failing and you continue, he said, no, now I know 999 ways how not to make a bulb. So failing is good for you. It's good to test the ideas. So you test, you fail, you learn, you improve. As a leader, you need to continually ask yourself, am I getting better? And like we say, re-enter, you start the whole process again. So that's the cycle where courage requires you to test your idea, fail, and work at it. So you have a vision, you try 1, 2, 3, it didn't work, it doesn't matter. It shows you what didn't work, and you try again, you improve, and you re-enter by starting all over again. Now, none of this matters unless you get back into the game. If you just fail and you stop, that's it. Get back into the game. All right? So do not ask, how long will this take when you embark on your vision? Start by asking, how far can I go? Now, how long will it take has the potential to discourage you. It will take 10 years. 10 good years? Because we want it now. But when you say, how far can I go? You know that it is not a destination. It is a journey. When you know you are on a journey, achieving vision is a journey, you continue even when you are failing. And that is where courage is required. Steve Jobs says that, quote, if you are working on something exciting that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision itself will pull you. So it is important to have courage to start, but also the courage to continue. And many of these people, Nelson Mandela, he fought in prison for 27 years. He didn't give up until he was released. How is your vision pulling you? Are you discouraged? Are you failing? Keep pushing. Now, the last thing I want to share, and I hand over to Winnie, is to say that you need to own your vision. It has to be your own vision. You will never achieve a dream or vision unless you own it. As a leader, you will not be able to get others to buy into your vision if you don't own it. In other words, we have said it already, you have to believe in your vision. And how do you do that? First of all, you have to look within. What do you feel within you? That goes into your passion. And Winston Churchill says, before you can inspire with emotion, you yourself must be swarmed with emotion yourself. Before you can move their tears, your own must flow. To convince them, you must yourself believe it. So look within. What do you believe? What drives you? Number 2, look behind you. What have you learned? What experiences do you have? What are the things that you've done in the past? All that builds into your vision. So it is your own experiences that will animate the vision. Number 3, look around you. What is happening to others? What is happening in your environment? What is happening in your organization? Everywhere you are getting frustrated and you see problems, there are pointers to visions that you need to work on. What do you look for when you are seeing all the children around the streets who are begging? Do you just shout on them and push them away? There is something calling you. Good leaders watch the people to know how and when to present the vision. They listen to the people, learn from the people, and then discern how to lead the people. It's absolutely important to look around you because leadership is about people. So look around you. Look within you, look behind you, look around you. Number 4, look above you. What does God expect of you? Every vision you have must have a higher purpose, a higher mission. There goes character. There goes integrity. What is it that God expects you to do? John Maxwell says that his definition of success is knowing God and his desires for me, growing to my maximum potential, and sowing seeds that benefit others. That is his definition of success. What does God desire? What is it that you believe is the right thing to do? And the last point, look ahead of you. What is the big picture? What can change if you were able to embark on that vision? With daily changes happening, how do you as a leader juggle around, looking ahead, looking within, and looking above and looking ahead of you. This is how you can firm up your vision and own it and drive it yourself. All right? Please share with me what you are learning. At this point, I am just going to challenge you with a short video. What are we talking about? We have seen how great leaders envision their world from Dubai through Singapore, through Martin Luther King, America, and so on, Nelson Mandela and others. We've seen the importance of leadership. We've seen how we can increase our envisioning capacity. And at this point, I want to share the story of Christian Boyle with you. And I want to do that through a short video to challenge you that when you have a vision of what you want to achieve, it doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter your circumstances. Once you have the courage to step out and to work out your vision, you will be able to achieve it. Now, Kofi, if you're ready, I want you to share, to play for me this video for us to end this discussion, to cement the idea that with vision and courage, you can transform your life. It doesn't matter what people say about it. That is what matters. Kofi, please help me with that video.
Hi, what's your name, darling?
My name is Susan Boyle.
Okay, Susan, where are you from?
I am from Blackburn near Bathgate, West Lothian.
It's a big town.
It's a sort of collection of, villages. I had to think there.
And how old are you, Susan?
I am 47. And that's just one side of me.
Okay, what's the dream?
I'm trying to be a professional singer.
And why hasn't it worked out so far, Susan?
I've never been given the chance before, but here's hoping it'll change.
Okay, and who would you like to be as successful as?
Elaine Page.
Elaine
something like
Page.
that.
What are you going to sing tonight?
I'm going to sing I Dreamed a Dream from Les Miserables.
Okay.
Big song.
Yeah? Yes.
I dreamed a dream in time gone by. When for the smile I was giving.
You didn't expect that, did you? Did you? No.
I dreamed that love would never die. I dreamed that God would be forgiving. I was young and unafraid. When dreams are made and used and wasted, there was no ransom to be paid.
Come back here.
All right. Thank you very much, Susan. Piers.
Without a doubt, that was the biggest surprise I have had in 3 years on this show. When you stood there with that cheeky grin and said, I want to be like Elaine Page, everyone was laughing at you. No one is laughing now. That was stunning. An incredible performance. Amazing. I'm reeling from shock about you two, but
I am
Can't believe
so
it.
thrilled because I know that everybody was against you. I honestly think that we were all being very cynical, and I think that's the biggest wake-up call ever. And I just want to say that it was a complete privilege listening to that. It was brilliant.
Susan, I knew the minute you walked out on that stage that we were going to hear something extraordinary, and I was right.
Quite a lot of tosh.
Susan, you are a little tiger, aren't you?
Oh, I don't know about that.
You
I don't know
are.
about that.
Okay, moment of truth. Piers, yes or no?
the biggest yes I have ever given anybody.
Amanda?
Yes, definitely. Brilliant. Amanda, you too!
Susan Boyle, you can go back to the village with your head held high. It's 3 yeses.
Well, thank you so much, Kofi. And that's the story of Susan Boyle. Because of the time, I won't go further. But this is a woman who had a vision of becoming a professional singer, never had the opportunity, took the courage to go on British Has Got Talent. And with all the ridicule, she pierced through it and won the competition. Her first outing was worth £22 million. And that is what you can do to surprise yourself by stepping up, having vision, and having the courage to step out to do something different for yourself, for your organization, and for your world. Thank you very much, Winnie. That's my presentation. You can take over.
Okay, and thank you very much, Sam. So our services are HR support, advisory and outsourcing, talent acquisition and management, staff outsourcing, compensation and benefits management, employee engagement, training and development, payroll outsourcing, recruitment and executive search, event management, and ushering. You can call us on 0244 629245 or 0591405555 or reach out to us on sadatconsultlimited.com. Yeah, we have an upcoming conference, which is the Sadat HR Conference 2026, the Takrady edition, and the theme is authentic, empowering, and branding purpose, people, and public trust. We are expecting you to anticipate, and the date is Thursday, 26th of March, and the venue is Western Serene Atlantic Hotel in Takrady. This is Sadat HR Digest episode 154. The topic is leading with vision and courage. We have our just ended presentation by Mr. Samuel Lahim, who is the Chief Leadership Coach of CTL Leadership, CTL Africa Leadership. Now, my tidbits are wondrous. My tidbits are leaders look forward. We have 4 categories of people. We have the wanderers, the followers, the achievers, the leaders, and leaders. You need to test, you need to feel, and you need to learn. Failing more, you are learning more, just like the lights that was discovered by Addison. Mr. Sam, I hope you are not gone. Could you please throw more light on who you are, what your services are, and where you could be found?
Thank you, Winnie. Uh, as you said, I'm a leadership coach, I'm a trainer, and I lead the CTL Africa Leadership Team, where we provide leadership training and coaching across Africa, both English and French. And for organizations that are trying to empower their leaders, you want to have and team building exercises, you want to empower your leadership, we come in and take your leaders out at the beginning of the year like this. Many people want to energize their teams. That's what I do on a daily basis, just trying to help leaders become better versions of themselves. And if you want to reach me, you can reach me personally on 050-404-6852. But CTL Africa Leadership, you can check us on our website, CTL Africa Leadership. You can check on our socials, CTL Africa Leadership, on all the social media platforms. Just Google us and reach out to us, and we will be able to come and also support. We also work with Sadat, so we're partners. If you reach out to the team at Sadat, certainly we'll be able to reach us. So Winnie, that's what I want to share.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so I'd like to acknowledge the viewers who joined us from 4 p.m. till closing time 5 p.m. It's been fun and exciting having you viewers watching us. And I hope next week Sunday you are going to come on board to watch us between 4 to 5 p.m. I'd like to reiterate that we have a conference, so that's HR conference at Takrady edition, which says that authentic people employing branding purpose, people and public trust. The date is 26th of March and the venue is Western Serene Atlantic Hotel. Viewers, thank you for joining us. Today's theme is Leading with Vision and Courage. And my name is Winifred Yaosei. I'm an HR professional and an event MC. If you need somebody to MC your event, kindly call upon me. And my number is 0243351000. Thank you very much. Bye. Ciao.